Yeah, I think it sums it up. It was a good test match, I thought. We said before the game they're a formidable side now and a really good rugby nation. So it was a tough test match, and and it contributed to a reasonable spectacle, I thought. That was easy.
That was easy, wasn't it? Should we go back there?
Richard Martin, Scotland Sunday. Can you talk me through what you thought of Tim Simpson's performance today?
Oh, he's a wonderful player. He did superb. He supported our faith in him to select him first up. He'd had some good form with Glasgow, but not some great form. And it was really, really nice to see him out there playing great rugby. I thought he really manned up and was deserving. Not always we agree with the awards, but that one I think we'd picked in the box with about 15 to go. So there was consensus on the shop floor, let's say.
Steve Scott, were you concerned about the way the scrums went? It seemed to go very well for the first 20 minutes and then not so well for about a half hour period after that.
Well, yeah, there was two. We did something wrong. I haven't had time to have a real good look at it, but the fact is it cost us, didn't it? It cost us 2 tries at the other end of the field. Wonderful tries, actually. They did really, really well to finish them off. Concerned what the outcome was, because I think that we were soft in letting them score for a start. So there were some defensive issues, but from the scrum itself, I thought we scrummed really well to start the game. So a bit bemused of what the change was, you know. So that's for tomorrow to go through and have a good look at why, because I thought we dominated the scrum for so much of the early part of the game, you know. So we'll sit down and have a chat about that to see exactly what occurred.
What on Ryan Grant?
Sorry?
What on Ryan Grant?
Look, he's a bit, what would you say, light-headed, I suppose is probably the easiest way to say, and he woke up cranky. So he's probably fit and healthy. So he's probably, that's usually his normal demeanour. So he's probably been past fit now, you know. If he woke up placid, we'd be worried. So the fact that he's woken up now and he knows where he all is, and we've got a longer turnaround this week, so we'll do the due process and hopefully he'll be on board next week.
Scott, Tom English from Scotland on Sunday. Could you elaborate more on the defensive woes that cost you?
Oh, no, I think that just because you lose a scrum, and, with the new scrum laws the way they are, there is the occasional time that the ball gets turned over. I think that we let that go too easy. We made some incorrect defensive decisions, put it that way. And, I'm not a big fan of the fact that if things go awry up front, that gives you due right to do something silly behind. We've got to work as a team. We've got to make it harder for teams to score against us. And whilst they finish really well, some really basic structural errors there that disappointed us.
Scott, Andy there on the sun. Is the pitch activity causing concern? It seems to be really cut off places, bearing in mind of obviously St Albert and series now to come.
We've spoken about the pitch a fair bit within our group, and the fact that after training on it yesterday, how much it did dig up. But I haven't really spoken to the boys. I was in Wales in the early part of the century when they had the new pitch down there, and that caused a lot of grief too. So I'm sure people are working hard, doing their job and trying to get their part right. We've just got to play on what we've got. So the pitch is not our concern as it stands.
Could it have had an impact on the scrum?
Look, I haven't spoken to the boys about that, and it hasn't come to my ears now, so I can't sit there and tell you that from here.
What's your view on that, Kevin? I think, as players, I think we just need to focus on our own game and the things that we can look after, and that's all we can do.
Kelly, something you say there, but was it physically quite difficult to scrummage on that surface?
No, it doesn't feel. Obviously it cuts up a bit, but as I say, that's not up to us. It's up to us to just, we know the pitch is going to cut up, and so it's up to us to make sure that we deal with it as best as we can.
Overall, were you satisfied with 6 tries, or were you more worried about the way that man came back to the points on the lines?
Overall, we knew that we would make some errors. It was our first game, and it's never absolutely spot on. But I felt, you know, I was happy with a lot of the work, and I thought that all of the guys worked very, very hard. And so that's our baseline, and we'll look to learn and improve our skills a bit, and if we can sharpen up, and just look forward to the next 2 matches.
Scott, when they scored their second try, just a point in it, what were you thinking at that stage? Was there any kind of concern?
There's always concern in the catcher's box. You know, catchers of us, most of us are negative people in the box. You know, I'm the only one that isn't. I'm having that on there a little bit, but anyway, I wasn't feeling real good at that stage. Put it that way. But I was just saying this as we walked around. I'm trying to see the bright side of a negative. The negative was the try. The bright side, every time they did score a try, we walked back and scored another one straight back. I'm thinking to myself, why does it take the catalyst of them scoring a try for us to have a bit of urgency with the ball? So I'm caught between a 50-50, looking at the positive and the negative here, and it depends what occurs tonight and how good my night is, how I look at that.
Scott, with one of the other positives, the quality you were able to bring on from the bench, was the game going on.
Yeah, look, I think that's what we want to be. We keep talking about this, you know, we want competitions for spots. We want a good bench. We do, you know, because we're at the mercy of a bang or two. We've got a couple of bangs there, you know, and it's going to affect us. And we've got to get time in the saddle here. And we get time in the saddle. A couple of these guys might spring out. And I don't want to be a coach to be talking about injuries. I want to say, this guy's good enough. He's good enough to play for his country. And so a couple of our bangs will test us again, test the reserves. And so that's good. That's good for us.
Last one, please, folks. Yes, sir.
Did you fear any losing the game after the second try, which at least at this stage?
I think, you know, we expected a really, really tough match, and that's exactly what we got. You know, as has been said a lot, you guys beat Wales in the summer, and it was going to be incredibly tough, and it was. And I thought, you know, the way that you guys kept the ball and went through the phases, yeah, I think it put us under pressure. But all in all, you know, I'm happy with how Scotland managed to cope with that.